welcome or welcome back to the channel. We are on video number 2, and of course it felt right that it had to be a June reading wrap up, reviews, ratings. What did I think about the books? Do I recommend them? We've brought out the big guns. The mic is with us, and we're going to go through the pile of books next to me and discuss my thoughts on what I thought about each and every one of them. First book of the month, which was actually kind of the back end of May, beginning of June, was The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. I didn't hate this. I didn't love it. We rated it a 3.75. I just didn't connect with the female main character. I'm unsure as to why. I know everybody loves this book. I probably will pick up book 2 because I believe it's 3 sets of duologies. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is about an adopted human, and she is adopted by the Nightborn vampire king. And the back of the book says, her only chance to become something more than prey is to enter the Kajari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. But winning won't be easy against the 3 most vicious warriors from all 3 vampire houses. To survive, Araya will be forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. And then we've got what I want to say is Raheen. Everything about Raheen is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet what terrifies Araya most of all is that she finds herself strangely drawn to him. Now, the back of the book literally says enemies to lovers. I would say this is a pretty good enemies to lovers. As far as enemies to lovers goes, I was pretty impressed. I'm kind of talking myself into reading the second one. Maybe I will read the second one. There's a big old twist and turn at the end. Found family is great in it. The enemies to lovers is great in it. I'm like talking myself into thinking that maybe I downplayed this more than I should have. Maybe it was a bit better than I thought. I don't know. That was a really bad waffle. I'm really sorry about that. We're moving on. The next 2 books we had Face Off and Power Play by Chelsea Curto. Face Off is book 1, and we follow our main characters Emmy Hartwell and Maverick Miller. These are part of the DC Stars series. They are ice hockey players. Can we discuss the sprayed edge for both book 1 and book 2? And actually, they go together. Is it going to work? Look how cool that is. So cool. Face Off for me was a 4.5 stars. I thought this was an incredible first book. I really, really loved this. Emmy and Maverick were such good first characters. This represents really good women in sport, and it goes through Emmy being the first female in a very predominantly male sport, especially at that elite athlete level, and how their relationship blooms. We then had book 2, Power Play. This one didn't quite hit the same for me. We were following Piper Mitchell and Liam Sullivan. Liam is the goalie for the DC Stars ice hockey team, and Piper Mitchell is the media press interviewer. I rated this one 3.5 stars. I just found it a little cringy. Some of the stuff that he was saying to her really cringed me out. Really cringed me out. Piper basically had a bad previous relationship, and she's kind of a bit scarred from that relationship. She makes a proposition to Liam one day, and he basically teaches her all the intimate ways to be with a man / with a woman. Some of the things that he says, now if you like that, okay, fine, not a problem, understandable. For me, there's reading smart and then there's just reading cringe, and for me it was just too cringe. They are great easy reads. I don't fly through them because they are almost 600 pages for a romance is craziness, but they are great books. I'm still going to carry on with the rest of the series because, I mean, look at the covers, but just didn't love this one as much. We then had Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I've put this off for probably the last 2 months, and I don't know why, because this was a solid 4.75 stars. I'm unsure why it wasn't a 5. It just didn't quite hit like a 5-star read for me. Yeah, I just didn't quite get that 5-star feeling. But as a whole, I need to read more Andy Weir. If there's any more Andy Weir books out there that you recommend, please let me know, because this was absolutely incredible, an absolute masterpiece. I really did think I'd get confused with the lingo and what was actually going on in the book, but I did an immersive read, listen to the audiobook at the same time, and that really, really helped. It kept me locked in the whole time. I just loved it. I got attached to the characters so much, and I was just so intrigued about what was going to happen. Towards the end of the book, I did kind of like... No, actually, I didn't guess what was going on at all, because I didn't think it was going to end how it ended. I didn't think it was going to end how it ended. I just loved it. It was just so good. If you don't know, it is about an astronaut that is sent into space. However, he is put in a coma to get to space. He wakes up from this coma, forgets why he's in space, what he's there for, and slowly, as his memory comes back, we know kind of the lead up of what happened before he went into space, but also he remembers why he's in space. And we follow his story, remembering his memory, whilst also trying to fix this issue of why he's been sent into space. We may come across somebody else in the book, and they have my heart. Obsessed. So good. I then decided I was going to do a reread of Metal Slinger, and just like the first time round, this book was 5 stars. This book just hits. I think this is the blueprint for a book 1 romantasy. There is nothing quite like this book. The cliffhanger will absolutely destroy you. Even in the reread, the cliffhanger, I completely forgot what happened, and I only read, but I knew it was going to happen, and I still was like, oh my god, I can't remember that it happened like that. It had me on the edge of my seat literally the whole time. I actually filmed my reading of the last couple of chapters over on the other app, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I really love the world building in this. I really love the metal manipulation elements. I think it's a really cool magic system and world, and I just absolutely loved it. Akka, what a guy. But also Mesa, probably one of the best side characters I think I've ever come across. Now, Bartholomew, the Knight and the Moth, will always be the top. Nobody will ever top Bartholomew, but Mesa I think could be second. I think. And then we had the disappointment that was Lightwielder. I've never been so disappointed by a book 2 in my life. There was such high hopes for this book. Such high hopes. Now, I obviously can't go into too much detail because it's a book 2, and we don't ruin books around here. However, there is a 4-year time jump between book 1 and book 2. Now, if you've read book 1, a 4-year time jump after that cliffhanger is not okay. It's not okay, because what happened in that 4 years, because I'm sure that 4 years is where all the drama happened. I need to know what happened in that 4 years. Why are you not telling me? I was really disappointed. I'm really sad about it. I also think this is literally a duology, so I actually think we're done, which kind of breaks my heart. So I'm unsure. I rated it 3.5 because I just was really disappointed in this book, and yeah, I'm really sad about it. Next up, I was lucky enough to receive a proof of An Ember in the Dawn of the Night by Emery Flynn. Now, this is a fantasy, and I was a bit sceptical because I've received a proof recently and it really let me down, and I kind of put a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. However, this blew it out the park. This was unbelievable. Let me read you the blurb. An ancient pact, a rising darkness, a search for truth. For 5,000 years, the bargain held, until winter solstice 15 years ago, when Lydia Blake lost her family and city to gargoyles, humanity's sworn protectors. Now all she knows is vengeance. With the stain of her enemy's blood on her hands and soul, one name remains on her list: the man who murdered her family. When his life is finally within her grasp, he presents the possibility that everything she remembers about that night might be a lie. As Lydia attempts to find the truth, an ancient enemy of both man and gargoyle stirs for the first time in 15 years, striking with precision and an intelligence they shouldn't possess. The longer Lydia spends with the gargoyles, the more she begins to suspect Solstice is at the centre of it all. As her memories of that night begin to shift, Lydia must decide if she is hunting the monster or becoming one. This 4.75, oh my god. Gargoyle shifters. Gargoyle shifters. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, this is out in September of this year, I believe. However, although it's not out yet, please go and add it to your TBR. I need book 2 now, right now, and book 1's not even out yet. Because she finished that book and it ended like that. And it's not even out yet. So I can't even debate being excited for book 2. What do you mean? What do you mean? Because it's not okay with me. Honestly, there was nothing about this book that I didn't enjoy. I absolutely loved it. I finished it so quickly. It was incredible. The world building, the character development, the plot, the plot. Oh, if I recommend one book this video, I mean, I'm going to recommend 2 because I obviously recommend Project Hail Mary as well. However, I urge you to add this book to your TBR for when it's released. And then the final book that I read in June was Spellbreaker by Charlie N Holmberg, I believe is how you say it. I rated this 3.75 stars. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It's book 1 in a duology. The second book is called Spellmaker. So there's 2 kinds of people in this world. We've got spell makers, who are the rich people that pay to cast spells. And you've got the people like our main character who are spell breakers. And the spell breakers are supposed to be kind of like hidden. They're not really supposed to be around. You're supposed to be... It's bad. If you're a spell breaker, it's not a good thing for the spell makers, because the spell makers can set all kinds of spells and obviously the spell breakers can break them. Let me read the blurb for a better understanding. The orphaned Elsie Camden learned as a girl that there were 2 kinds of wizards in her world: those who pay for the power to cast spells, and those, like her, born with the ability to break them. But as an unlicensed magic user, her gift is a crime. Commissioned by an underground group known as the Cowls, Elsie uses her spellbreaking to push back against the aristocrats and help the common man. She always did love the tale of Robin Hood. Elite magic user Bacchus Kelsey is one elusive spell away from his mastership when he catches Elsie breaking an enchantment. To protect her secret, Elsie strikes a bargain. She'll help Bacchus fix unruly spells around his estate if he doesn't turn her in. Working together, Elsie's trust in and her fondness for the handsome stranger grows. So does her trepidation about the rise in the murders of wizards and the theft of the spell books their bodies leave behind. So we're uncovering the mysteries of where Elsie lives and what is going on in the town, in the city. As I said, it wasn't incredible. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But I am going to be reading book 2 because it's only a duology and it's on Kindle Unlimited, and the audio is also on Kindle Unlimited. So it's basically a 2-for-1. But it's not a 2-for-1 because I'm not even paying for the one. I obviously am, because I pay for a Kindle Unlimited subscription. But you know what I mean. Kindle Unlimited is basically free because I don't even see that payment come out of my bank, and I read so many books every month. So that's that. That is the reading wrap up for the month. I would say it was a pretty good month. Was it? Maybe it was a bang average month. I don't know. It wasn't awful. It wasn't great. It could have been better. I'm really excited for July's reading. I think that's going to be great. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've mentioned. What were your thoughts on them? Comment them down below. What were your favourite books that you read in June? I would love to know. Give me any recommendations. Thank you so much for joining me on my second video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I haven't yapped your ears off for too long. I feel like I've been here for a while. Sorry about that. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.